Hello and welcome to Rando Tech Info, and today we're talking about OnePlus's brand new flagship phones, the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the specs or features on these phones. There are already dozens of videos out on YouTube talking about all that stuff. Today is launch day, March 23rd, 2021, so the phone has already been reviewed extensively. I think MKBHD has already had this phone for like 3 months. So this video is just going to focus on the 3 major carriers here in the US and whether these phones will work on those carrier networks. Now, as far as these carriers go, these phones will only be sold at T-Mobile. They're not going to be sold at AT&T or Verizon. And I'm not sure both models of the phone are going to be sold at T-Mobile. They probably will be. That's not confirmed just yet. They're also going to be sold on Amazon, and of course, you can buy them directly from OnePlus. However, they're not for sale just yet as of launch day on Amazon, and on T-Mobile, they are limited in their color and their storage options. Now, the base model OnePlus 9 will set you back $729, and that is for the 8 gigabytes of RAM and 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage option. And right now it's only coming in 2 colors, the white, or the silver, I guess, and the black option, no mint green. Now, the Pro is supposed to start at $969, but that version of the phone is not even offered on OnePlus's US website. The only version of the phone is the double storage version of the phone, the one with 256 gigs of storage as opposed to the 128. And that's going to set you back an extra $100 at $1,069 USD. Also, that phone does not come in black. It only comes in silver and green. Both phones will ship on the 26th of March. And if you pre-order them both before that time, they will each come with a free pair of OnePlus Z Buds. So now let's talk networks and whether these phones will work across all the networks here in the US. And you have to understand, for a phone to work on a carrier here in the US, it has to meet 2 qualifications. One is hardware qualifications, is to actually have the hardware and the antennas to utilize the frequency bands that the carriers use. The second thing you have to look at is certifications. Is the phone certified to work on a specific network? And if it doesn't meet both requirements, it probably won't work real well or not work at all. So make sure you don't leave until you hear about both the hardware and the certification processes on both these phones. And also make sure you don't leave before you subscribe to the channel.
Good one.
So there's good news across the hardware front. 4G, both phones, you're totally covered. It uses all of the 4G bands that all 3 of the major carriers are currently using. And 5G is almost as good. So on the Pro, it uses all the 5G bands that all 3 of the major carriers use, including low band, mid band, and millimeter wave. Now, on the base model of the 9, it uses low band and mid band 5G, but it does not utilize millimeter wave. I personally don't think this is a big deal. The millimeter wave 5G footprint in this country is so small, hardly anybody gets it. It can't go through walls or objects, so you're probably not getting millimeter wave 5G anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. Now, when it comes to the certification of these phones on the networks, the picture is a lot less rosy. So T-Mobile, obviously, everything's fine. It's going to be sold at T-Mobile, so obviously it's going to work just fine on their network. Unfortunately, as of the time of filming of this video, these phones are not certified to work on either Verizon or AT&T, and this information comes from Allison Johnson on The Verge, and I will include a link to her article below down in the description. But basically what she said is they're currently in negotiation with Verizon to try to get the phone certified to work on Verizon's network. So hopefully sometime down the line that'll happen, and that would make sense. Verizon has sold OnePlus phones in the past, and apparently OnePlus wouldn't reveal whether or not they were trying to get the phone to be certified on AT&T or not. So the situation with AT&T is even less certain. Now, the one silver lining to these certification issues with Verizon and AT&T is that these phones will be sold and shipped here in the US, meaning they will be returnable. So unlike if you go out and buy a Xiaomi or a Poco phone or something like that from a third-party seller that you may not be able to return, if you buy these phones from OnePlus and want to return them, you should be able to, no questions asked. So if you're a risk taker type and you're on Verizon or AT&T and you decide to roll the dice and see if this phone will be activated or work on your network, please come back and let us know down in the comments how that experience went so other people can know whether or not they should take the risk. Well, that's all the information I have for today. As always, I hope you found the video useful. Thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Rando Tech Info, signing out.